What's up, girls and guys and gents? What's up, y'all? I'm just playing. How y'all doing today? This is Ebony P. That is me, and I am back with another video for you guys today. I know it's been a while. Please forgive me. But girl, has to be, I was gonna do separate videos, but I don't know. It's been something lately. So I'm looking real crazy. I got the little grandma scarf on with the little design. I don't know if you guys can really tell or see. But I normally just put the bun at the top or the bun in the back. I wasn't feeling it. I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair, girl. So listen, let me just start from the beginning, shall we? Okay, you guys, so this is gonna be a life update. I am gonna do a separate video going in specifics on what's going on, but right now I'm just gonna give you guys the rundown while I try to look decent. So this morning I woke up excuse me, it is Monday morning, the week of Thanksgiving. I woke up this morning, got the girls ready for school, did my norm, you know. So then after that, I decided, you know what, baby boy's still asleep, so I'm gonna go back and lay down. Even if I don't go to sleep, let me just rest because of everything that's been going on lately. While I'm talking to you guys real quick, I'm gonna be doing my eyebrows. So I'm gonna move stuff around. I'm gonna be moving stuff around and just looking crazy. As you can see, I lined it. If you guys haven't checked out, I can't even breathe, you guys. If you guys haven't checked out my video on how I do my eyebrows, I'm going to link it somewhere up here so you guys can take a look at that. I overdraw my eyebrows, so I look like a freaking cartoon character right now. How you doing? But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and finish these bad boys off while I'm talking to you guys. If you guys want me to do another like detailed video on my eyebrows or makeup or anything, let me know. So that's that. I'm going to be using this. I'm not going to tell you everything I'm going to be using because most likely I probably just use this and a powder real quick because I'm not doing my face like I probably want to. I'm just trying to look decent today. So I'm going to be using this, which is the LA Girl. Everybody know what this is, the Pro Concealer. So this color is actually Espresso. I take the top off and use it this way instead of using the actual nozzle that comes with it. Sometimes I use it, but most of the time I don't. So now that I got that spill out, so I went to lay down today and I ended up not going back to sleep even though I was extremely tired because I've been a little stressed out lately and it's a lot that has been going on. I keep saying this. So yeah, I hope you guys can see me. So I haven't told you guys or anything about what's been happening because I didn't think it was going to be one of those things where it was going to be constant, but it's becoming a big problem. And it's just becoming a problem. And it's like a normal thing kind of, but it's a problem for me because I've never had it. So I have been dealing with chronic complex migraines. If you've never heard of it before, you're not alone because I've never heard of it either until I was diagnosed with it. So I've been dealing with that for the last maybe 3 to 4 months. I also have another video on my channel and I forgot the exact title, but it says something about me having a stroke. I will link that up here too if you want to take a look at that and actually see what happened that day and that night where I found out. I went to the ER a few months ago. I can't remember exactly which month, August, September, somewhere around there. So I went to the ER and basically my entire right side stopped working. Like I was having a stroke. I didn't know what was going on, so I actually went to my urgent care first, which is where my primary care doctor is, just because I haven't found one where we live now because we recently moved here. I haven't had a chance to find like a regular doctor's, a primary care's office. So I go to this doctor that I see at my urgent care. And basically he was like, he's been a doctor for 900 years. And basically he was like, yeah, you need to go to the ER. Like, you are too young and too healthy to be having a stroke, but something's going on similar to a stroke. So you need to go get checked out, right? Because it's only so much, like they have x-ray machines and things like that, but it's only so much they could do there. So I went to the ER, and that's what they diagnosed me with, chronic complex migraines. And they apparently can do that to you, like really mess you up. So I had no idea. My family, I do have family history of migraines, but I had never had them. So it was a huge thing for me to figure out what the hello bob is going on. You know what I mean? So ever since then, I've been basically dealing with them on a weird basis. I didn't really, for months, I didn't have time or the effort to go back to go through a whole series of things to figure out what medicine works for me, because of the insurance that I have to basically start from the medication that may not work, but it works for some people. I have to start with like the bottom and go up. I can't just start at the one they think will work for me. So I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Nothing like that, like the initial one, has happened since then. So, you know, I'm just going to try to do what I need to do before I can go back, if that makes any sense. I have 3 kids, y'all. I had a business going. It was a lot going on. Now, yes, I should have stopped and took care of myself, but I didn't. So, moving on. So I told myself, I'm like, okay, you know, once it starts to get worse, or if it does get any worse than it was within those few months, I'll go back. I'm gonna find time. I'm gonna have to go back, because the medicine that they initially gave me was not working. So I literally, and I knew it wasn't working, not because it didn't work at all, but because I had to take basically twice the dosage that they gave me just to take the edge off. So it didn't completely like make it go away, but I had to take twice the dosage for it to just give me a teensy bit of relief. Yeah, so I'm just messing up my eyebrows right now talking to you guys. So I have been dealing with that. So I eventually went back. If you hear anything in the background, that's my son. He's probably playing with the ornaments on the tree. DJ, no. Don't take those ornaments off that tree, boy. Anyway, so I eventually went back, and this was about, when was this? About 2 weeks ago. So I went back to the doctor, and I was like, look, the medicine y'all gave me isn't working. I need something different. I need to know some type of therapy or something that I could do, like medication therapy, as far as, okay, we can do this next, and you can combine this with this, and maybe that'll work before we can try this. You know what I'm saying? Just something, some type of plan, not therapy, but plan. So the doctor there was trying to figure out what I can do, and between what I can do next and what my insurance would accept, because migraine medicine is like $1,000 most of the time for like 6 pills. So so she decided to give me, for me to do an injection. It's an injection once a week that you're supposed to give yourself, and it doesn't stop them, it just lessens them. So if you have 30 a month, which is 1 migraine a day, which I'm exceeding that, you will have 15 a month versus the 30 a month or more. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's all great. And you say it works good, you know, wonderful. But what happens with those 15 times I have the migraine? You know what I'm saying? So I'm supposed to just sit back and continue to have pain with these migraines. I'll have less of them a month, but I'll still have them. So like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? So she basically was trying to figure that out, and I just like, you know what? How about I just try this? Because they didn't even know if the injection would be covered by my insurance. Like, it probably still won't. Like, they gave me all these like discount pamphlets and things to do online just in case it didn't work. They didn't think it may work. I don't know. But so I was like, okay, so just give me the medicine you gave me that didn't work. Just up the dosage. How much more could I take so that I'm not overdosing, but I'm not in pain? You know what I mean? And she was like, okay, well, how many was I? She asked me how many was I taking. When they first gave it to me, I was only taking 2 pills. And with those 2 pills, I could only take them, you only can take them 2 hours after. So if I take one, basically now, I'm getting a migraine, I take a pill. I can't take the next one if the first one didn't work for another 2 hours. And then if that one doesn't work, I have to wait another 2 hours to take another one, and so on and so forth. So she basically said the first time that they gave it to me, they told me to not exceed 2. This time she said I could take up to 4, but you can't exceed 4 in 24 hours. I'm like, okay, but great. But then that still means I have to take it every 2 hours, which means it's going to be like 6 hours before I can get to the 4 anyway. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try it out, see what happens. You never know. Maybe if I get to the freaking 2nd or 3rd one, I won't have to get to the 4th one. And it will be some type of relief before I can try this injection out, right? So literally that night I get home and have to be rushed to the ER. I have to be rushed to the ER because I'm having a migraine to the point where I can't move. I'm on the couch in tears because I physically can't move. And it gives me this sensation like I am almost like I have the flu, like I'm sick. Like that nasty yuck feeling when you're sick. But at the same time, you know you're not sick. You know what I mean? You know, not as far as being sick health-wise, but like having a cold or having the flu. You know what I mean? Not like overall sick. You know you're not sick. You know you don't have the flu. You know you don't have a cold. But it gives, for me, it gives me, other than the pain and, you know, the rest of it, it gives me that nasty, I'm sick feeling. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything about what I'm doing to my eyebrows. I hope you guys can just see what I'm doing. Like I said, I put the video up there in the beginning. If you want to watch it, go watch it. If you want me to do another detailed video, I can. But anyway. So I was rushed to the hospital by my husband. Y'all, Lord. My husband rushed me to the hospital. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I had to leave the kids here with my cousin. Thank God she was here because I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. My husband told me to go to the urgent care, but I was telling him I can't. First of all, when I went to the ER the first time, I went by myself so he could stay here with the kids because there was nobody with the kids. And the medicine that they gave me, I shouldn't have drove home. So I told him, I was like, you're going to have to take me because if they give me those same medicines, I'm not going to be able to drive home. Not only that, but what if they keep me? You know, then now the car is at the hospital and then you have to find a way to, like, it's a whole bunch of mess. Just take me, you know. So he ended up taking me and they did give me the same cocktail of medications. This time it didn't work completely. The first time it worked completely and I was knocked out and I was high and you know how that is in the hospital. That's how I was. This time it didn't work completely. So that's how I know something's getting worse. You know what I mean? So I felt woozy for like a few minutes, but that was it. It didn't get rid of the migraine whatsoever. They gave me 5 different medications in my IV. And they said that they didn't want it to work completely because they wanted me to go home and lay down. They said if it works completely here, by the time I get home and lay down, I may have another one because that's just how often I have them. I may have another one, and then when I get home, because it was late night, I wouldn't be able to get medicine to help me. So they wanted me to leave while it was still working in motion so that I I could get home and rest and possibly basically, you know, go to sleep before I would go into another one, if I was to go into another one. So that was that. She ended up giving me Zofran, which is an anti-nausea medicine, the same medicine that they give pregnant women at the beginning of their pregnancies to help with nausea. She gave me another medication for migraines, saying that that medication is mixed with caffeine, which is supposed to help headaches and migraines. And that one is supposed to work a little bit better than the one that the urgent care gave me, right? So that's what I've been on ever since then. And it's been about a week to 2 weeks, somewhere around there. But I've been having migraines every day, sometimes multiple times a day. The day before I went to the urgent care, I had 3 migraines in one day. So something's going on, something is serious, right? So when I told my doctor that, he was actually really concerned, and he said, you know, migraines are not something normally to be concerned about, because it's literally something that's so, like, it's so common. That's the word I'm looking for. It's so common that normally you wouldn't have to like worry about it. But because I'm having them so often and they're so painful, that he wants me to see a neurologist, which is a doctor for your brain, basically, a brain doctor. So I have to make an appointment with the neurologist. So I come home to make an appointment the next day with the neurologist. They gave me a sheet to call them, see if they accept my insurance, blah, blah, blah. It's like 4 of them on the sheet. Call them, and the one that's closest to me is the one I made the appointment with, but it's not until January. So I told that to the lady in the ER when I went, and she was like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm like, why does that sound about right? That's 2 months away. So I'm supposed to sit here and basically suffer for 2 months. Like, so anyway, so she told me basically to keep calling around and keep calling back to the same one, because sometimes they get cancellations. But yeah, that's basically a typical new referral appointment. And I'm just in awe about it. But also, what made me mad about the entire situation is that the urgent care lady gave me the medication, gave me a prescription for the medication that I had to take originally, but the higher dosage. She gave it to me for 60 days. Why did I go to the pharmacy and they tell me that my insurance will only allow 17 pills in a month? So if I was to take 4 pills a day, it would last me a week out of the month, because of how often I have these damn migraines. Excuse my French. So I was really mad about that. And I initially, before I knew I had to go to the emergency room that day, I was going to call the urgent care and be like, look, this is what happened. What should I do? Because ain't no way I can go through the month with just 17 pills. It's just no way. But I didn't call them, and I didn't call them because I went to the ER and got the other medicine, so I've been using that. I'm going to put a little bit of Fit Me powder just around where I put the concealer, just to lock that in so it won't crease, like under my eye and on my eye and around my forehead and stuff. So yeah, you guys, I have been dealing with that, and it has been something. It has been something, to say the least. It's annoying, if nothing else, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's almost like, what can you do? You can't do much, but almost suffer. So I just can't wait to see the neurologist, and I can't wait to get my life right, okay? So that is that. In addition to that, yesterday I was in a car accident. Yeah. So this lady hit me and my husband. Me and my husband was in a car. I was driving. We were going in a roundabout in front of a mall. In front of our mall. Jeez. And she decided, she was in the inside lane in this circle. So imagine a circle, right? She's in like the middle of the circle, the inside of the circle, right? We're on the outside of the circle. She decides at that particular moment that she wanted to make a right turn. So she literally tried to cross, not tried, she hit us, but in order to, I'm gonna throw a little bit of color on, I'm using the Modern Renaissance. It's dirty, yes, it's makeup, it won't come off, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna throw a little color on my eyes, just a little bit, not anything crazy. But she decided to go across our lane, forget the cars in the lane, forget that the lane is even there, to make her right turn. So I didn't see her initially, but then when I saw that a car was coming close to my damn car, I beat the horn, like not beep like beep. I literally laid on the horn for her to stop, and she never stopped. And she hit us on my right, on the driver's side, on the left side of our car, the right side of her car. So to say the least, I was extremely pissed. Like, to the point where I literally wanted to fight this lady. Like, I was so pissed. Thank the Lord that my kids wasn't in the car. I kept saying that to my husband because they were here with my cousin. Thank the Lord. Because I probably would have tried to get out and fight her if my kids were in that car. I don't play with my kids. I mean, the only thing that really saved her from me getting out and cussing her out or anything was because when I turned after I let out a big cuss word after she hit me, I turned to her to see what the hell was her problem, and she had a little daughter in the front seat of the car, and the daughter looked like she was around the same age as one of my daughters. So that's the only thing that saved her, because I swear, like, you don't understand, you guys, like, y'all do not understand how bad I wanted to do something to that lady for being just being stupid enough to think, oh, I'm just gonna turn here, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, I was so super duper pissed. Of course, my hubby, he's the calm one, so he was like, it's okay, it was an accident, blah blah blah. No, it's not okay. Yes, it was an accident, but it wasn't an accident. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like she got out and was remorseful and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't paying attention, I was on the phone, whatever. This heifer tried to argue, make it seem like we were wrong. You crossed into my lane while I was still there, not paying attention enough to know how to freaking drive, and then you're gonna try to blame it on us? Like, how are we in the wrong when you're in the inside lane, we're on the outside lane, and you decided, oh, well, now's a good enough time, if any, to make this right turn real quick? I just told my husband, I said, look, I said, you need to get out, take pictures, and you handle it, because if I get out, I'm gonna whoop her ass. Like, I'm serious. Like, seriously, I'm not even like sugarcoating anything. I am not the sugarcoating type. Y'all know me now. Y'all should know me by now. I'm not that type. No. I said, please get out and handle that and take pictures and do what you need to do. Call the police, whatever. The police did not even come because we were so-called on private property, because we were the property of the mall. So the security guard came over, and she pissed me off. She pissed me off because you would think a security guard, first of all, she lied, because my husband asked her, did you see anything? And she said no. But I know she saw something because she was parked right in front of us. And I remember, because before I looked back and saw the little girl after I let out that huge cuss word, I looked up and looked right at her, and sitting in her car looking at us. And I said, and I even pointed out, and I was like, and there's the security guard, and they're not even doing anything. So I know she saw, so she lied. So that pissed me off. Second thing that pissed me off about her is that she came over to the cars where we were, because we were still in the roundabout. I wasn't moving until the police got there, not knowing that they wasn't coming. Okay, she walks up to the car, to my side of the car, and basically tells us, can we move to the other side because we're blocking traffic? Bitch. Not, are you okay? Do you need an ambulance? What happened? Well, this is private property, so in that case, we have to handle everything. So if you just move, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. She was like, well, can y'all move over there because y'all blocking traffic? I said, well, my husband's on the phone with the police, and we're gonna wait and see what they say. And I rolled the window up because I was literally about to do WWF in that jump, like with the driver of the car and that security guard. I was going to jail, y'all. I was going to jail, and I wasn't even going to be upset about it. To jail. So I definitely will be making a complaint about her ass through mall security. Also, because it just kept getting better and better. Once we moved and we found out everything that we needed to do, the mall's security supervisor came out. 2 of them. 2. They did not introduce themselves to me. They was talking to my husband, but I was driving. I was still sitting in the driving seat. They didn't come over and say, hey, how are you? Sorry that this happened. I'm the supervisor or whatever the hell. My name is so-and-so and so-and-so. Do you need an ambulance? Or nothing. They basically came over, okay? One security guard was telling the lady, you're wrong. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, what are you talking about? She was still trying to justify. Everybody explained the same thing to her 75 times. She was just acting like she was just freaking clueless on life. Okay? Just didn't get anything. And he's explaining to her lady, like, no, you're wrong. You're not supposed to you can't cross over in the lane to make a turn from the middle lane. Like, where did you get your license from? So the other supervisor comes over and basically tells him not to tell her that because they don't determine who's wrong or who's right. How? She was in the middle lane. How do you know what? I was pissed. To say the least, I was beyond pissed. Like, beyond pissed. So that basically is what happened to me and what continues to happen to me. I normally put on Better Than Sex mascara, but today I'm going to put on the Benefit Their Real mascara just because it's more of a brown than a black. Yeah, so it gives more of a natural look. But anyway, so yeah, to say the least, I was super duper pissed off. And then to wake up this morning, and then my husband, he tried to call her insurance because we called our insurance and they were like, hey, you can do it through us, but you're gonna have to pay your deductible, which is $500, to the repairs of the car, and then they basically kick in after the $500. So if we go through them and the damages to our car is $600, they only pay $100 and we pay the $500. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying $500 for a deductible on a daggone incident, on an accident that we didn't cause. You know what I mean? Like, she hit us. I'm not paying $500 because she hit us. Basically, that's what it was going to be. So she was like, okay, well, your second option is to do it through her insurance company, right? And we're like, okay. So this morning, my husband called me early as hell, of course, like 8 o'clock in the morning, while I was getting the girls ready for school, to talk to the lady doing the investigation through the other lady's insurance company, basically to tell her what happened because they couldn't take a statement from him alone because he wasn't driving. So I gave her the statement, she recorded it, and they're doing an investigation. And I knew they were going to do an investigation because I knew the lady was going to basically try to tell them that we were wrong, because yesterday she just was slow as hell and just could not understand anything that was happening. She just did not understand how she could possibly be wrong crossing over lanes to make a turn. So they're doing an investigation. So we're supposed to get an estimate on our car, and they're supposed to give us a rental. Our insurance is pretty good, so we can get a good rental. We can actually get a truck if we wanted to. Yeah, so all of that's happening, and it's just so much. If you ever been through an accident, you know it's so much. It's just so much. So today I decided, when I got up this morning, after saying all of that and after all of that that's going on, and there's more things going on too, you guys, but I don't want this video to be too long. For example, I'm starting school in September. What? Mama, yes, baby boy's here. Didi. Yeah. Didi. He took off all his clothes for where, I don't know. Yeah, you guys, my bad. My son is acting up like a plum fool. Anyway, so I'm starting school in January. And that's been an ordeal as well. I just can't get anything easy. But all of that is basically ironed out. And so all I need to do is just select my classes, which is another thing. And then find daycare for little man, which is also another thing. That's a whole entire different video about my anxiety about leaving him. He's never been to daycare before. About my anxiety of leaving him and hearing him cry for me. Like, you know, just mom stuff. I have 3 kids. You think it would get easier, but it doesn't. So that's a whole nother video. But so it's a lot going on all at one time. Like I said, Thanksgiving is in a few days. It's just a mess. But I told myself today I was going to get up. I was going to do what I need to do as far as the work I need to do for my classes in school, get information that I need, call these daycares to see how much they're charging, because I'm not trying to pay an arm and a leg. But he's not going to be anywhere where it's going to be like crazy cheap because they are shady. You know what I mean? Like, no, don't deal with that. But anyway, you guys, so I said I'm going to get up. I'm going to do my work. And all that, but I'm gonna get myself together because I'm not going to look how I feel today, okay? I'm just not. So I decided to do my eyebrows. As you can see, I put a little color on my eyes, nothing special. I didn't do foundation and all of that. I didn't want to. I really never really want to, but this is me. If you don't like it, click off, okay? So right now, I'm about to go and get me and little man some leftovers that we had. We had some butter chicken last night from the mall. That was the reason why we went to the mall. So I'm going to heat that up for us to eat. I'm going to do some work, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Oh, yeah, you guys. I forgot to tell you that today I also have to clean up because my house look a mess. I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of the mess that's going on here. So here is the toy corner in the toy room. I can't focus. Y'all know my camera is a little off, okay? But we got little bits here, little stuff there. Like little stuff on the floor. It's not too bad, but it still needs to be picked up. You know, little things like that. My kitchen is a mess from yesterday. Little man is on his seat. It's stuff all over my island. This is the food that I'm hooking up for us right now, so never mind that. That'll be gone in a few minutes. It's only a few dishes in here, so nothing crazy. I have to put this stuff in the garage. These are work things that my husband took out yesterday and forgot to put back. Stuff on the counter. This bag has my yarn in it for my hair. I'm going to do some yarn braids. And then this disaster right here. Like, look at this, guys. Like, come on. Mama. Yes. Yeah, so this right here is laundry that I was going to do yesterday, but my husband decided to go through the coats in a couple tubs in the garage yesterday, so I washed all of those instead of starting on this. So that's why that's there in the corner. So I'm going to start on that today. This stuff is toys and stuff that my son has just thrown about. That is his pajama pants that he took off for no reason. That white shirt is also his that he had on that he took off for no reason. This right here, it kind of looks like Cheetos or food, but it's crayons that he just took out the box and just threw everywhere, which is my daughter's, and I told her not to do that, not to leave it where he can get it because he likes to write on walls. Then you got his blanket, which he can't live without. The pink blanket picking up over there is my daughter's blanket. He likes to roll around on that too. And then the white blanket is for, like, you know, everyone else. I leave the white blanket down here for people to get comfy on the couch and stuff. There's stuff on the couch, like my prescription right there behind him. A bag of hair that my daughter forgot to put back in the hair bag. Some wipes, my purse right here. Like, it's just, it's like... It's not insane dirty crazy, but for me, that's dirty crazy for me. So I'm going to go ahead and make me some coffee, heat our food up. We're going to eat and chill for a minute, and then I'm just going to clean up because, yeah. And then I'm going to go do my work. So I'm going to do my work on my school, my classes, get my questions answered. I'm going to do research the daycare centers around here for him, see how much they charge and how much they cost, all of that. Then I'm going to go on to paparazzi. If you don't know what paparazzi is, plug. I am a paparazzi consultant. I sell paparazzi, which is $5 jewelry sets. We have we have bracelets, rings, earrings, necklaces, wristlets, and we also have headbands and different items coming out, new items coming out every day. Every day of the week we get new items. We have the same items, which is called blockbuster items, and then we have new items such as the ZI collection and a couple other ones that come out. We also have kid bracelets, which are $1 each, but you can't get that on my website. You can only get it from me. My website will be on the screen somewhere, so you guys can take a look. It's a lot of cute stuff. We also have this new set that's out, and it is, I believe it's $25 instead of $5, but the set is banging. It's one of them. It's a few of them, but they sets like you go on somewhere, sets like statement, complete statement pieces. Like, you have to look at them. I'm gonna insert a couple pictures so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, those pieces are on my website as well. So yeah, check me out. I'm gonna do some work on that. I have some goals to hit and set. So yeah, if you guys are interested, please go on my website. You create your profile, you order what you want, it's delivered directly to you. I also do lives on Facebook and Instagram. I do more on Facebook, but I'm starting to do more on Instagram, y'all. Don't get at me. If you catch me live, yes, baby. Oh my goodness. If you catch me live on Facebook, you can order directly from me and I'll ship it to you. So, you guys, that was a long video, but I love you guys and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.